Incredibly. I mean, just so much passion, so much love and respect and kindness. I've been really blown away. It's nice. I think it means a lot of things. I think power is dignity and kindness and decency. You know, and spreading that and making everybody feel that way. You know, that everybody's deserving and equal as far as like respect. I think that is very powerful and people can feel it. In music, so many bands, I mean, bands like, the Beatles and the Stones and Queen and Jeff Buckley and Nirvana and Fleetwood Mac and Aretha Franklin, people that, and Leonard Cohen, people that had bodies of work and worked consistently to keep creating, David Bowie. Artists, like Picasso, people like that, Leonardo da Vinci, people that were constantly striving to, move their art forward. I didn't really decide, I just couldn't not, it's like one of those, I feel like it's just something I just kept doing. It's like even when I'm overworked during the throes of like touring an album, I'm still like kind of thinking of songs and trying to write the next album. So it's just something I do, and I do it without trying, and I do it with trying. A lot of things in my life brought out both sides of me. Being an artist, like initially, was just like I couldn't stop doing it, and I wanted to do it. And then when I thought I was just going to be a writer for other people, I was like, it's like I call it gun to your head songwriting. Like in order to like keep getting hired and keep making money and keep getting sessions, you have to show that you're like willing to work really hard and keep writing. So there'd be days that you could have the biggest session of your life, and you have to do it. Even very recently, and I'm 99.9% sure I didn't get it, but a friend of mine called me to come in and do like choruses for like Kendrick Lamar. And I was like home for one day in between tours and all these sessions, and I ran to the session and did it. And it was not my best work, but I just feel like I have to do it, because it's like Kendrick Lamar and gotta do shit like that. Try to figure out, how to begin, because everybody has to begin, and also don't be self-conscious. Everybody begins somewhere. Everybody has to start somewhere. It's not something to feel embarrassed about. I think that's the hardest thing. And you don't want to have the regret that you never tried. It's like at least if you sit down and just like get some paint and try to paint something, and you're like, yeah, I can't do this. At least you're not sitting there when you're like on your deathbed, like, I always wanted to paint. You just, you gotta try. You gotta like try to muster up the braveness to do it. I don't know. No witness. Sometimes it depends. I feel even the vulnerable songs feel powerful to me because it's not really my the gentle side of me is more difficult to show. So showing it with people, in front of like thousands of people feels like powerful to me because it's not something, it's like crying in front of people. It's like, it could be really embarrassing for you, it could be powerful because you're like kind of showing people that you have feelings. I would just like to say thank you very much. Thank you for your support. Thank you for coming to shows. Thank you for listening to music. Thank you for making Lost on You go diamond in your country. Thank you for listening to both records simultaneously. Thank you for singing songs from all the records. And thank you just for your kindness and your acceptance and your love. I appreciate it very much. Thanks.